So, back for week 2 of the High Roller Draft League Season 4. This week I am going up against MrAmazing, and you can see his team there. It is a very scary team for me. I was struggling quite a bit working out what I wanted to bring for this week, but I've got something I am half content with, so we'll just go with that. Bringing Avalug to this matchup, maybe bringing it to the match. Depends if they do go the Trick Room routes. They do have the Dustclops, they do have the Reuniqueless as well. So it is very justifiable that they could be going that route. So I'm going to be bringing Avalug as my main counter. Stack Attacker loses to a lot of Pokemon, so Avalug does need to be my main Trick Room counter. So I'm going with that. It's got the Assault Vest, so it can take on the Regidrago, which it is supposed to be able to beat. It can survive a Max Wormwind from a Dragon Fang Regidrago with that much special defense investment, and then just the rest dumped into attack. Hey, I actually remember to spread this time. So yeah, I've just got the basic coverage. I've got Body Press over anything like Superpower because Sky High defenses. So yeah, it's the basic coverage you would expect from this Avalug. It's nice that it's got Icicle Spear now, so it can actually do a decent max move if I want to go for a max Hailstorm. Still doesn't have Icicle Crash, but it really should. I've got Own Tempo as well over Sturdy or Ice Body, because I'm not expecting to Dynamax the Avalug, so I won't make use of the Ice Body. They've got Resonance, so they won't set Hail. It's mainly there purely for the Dynamic Punch that could come out from the Machamp. So I don't think there's anything that can OHKO this Avalug, so I should be able to just get away with the Own Tempo. It shouldn't matter, but there we go. Grimmsnarl here. I'm going to try and eject button out that Cobalion. If they go with the Sneasel and the Cobalion, hopefully I would be able to trick the eject button onto the Cobalion, they beat themselves up and eject themselves straight out. That is ideal situation. I could get faked out on the Grimmsnarl, but if they do that, then they're not beating up, so that should be okay. I've got the Fake Tears so that my Rotom, Gengar and Volcarona and Tornadus as well, all 4 special attackers here, can do some very good damage with the Fake Tears going into the max moves. All 4 of those Pokemon can max. I'm expecting a couple to be the main max Pokemon, but Fake Tears will be really nice for that. I've got the basic Spirit Break because I wanted a Fairy move to hit the Regidrago, and Assurance is there so that a double up of a max move into Assurance on the Dustclops is a KO. So that will be really nice just to be able to get that KO. I won't need Taunt on the Grimmsnarl for dealing with that because I can just KO it with the Assurance. So that's going to be really nice. Also got a reasonable amount of speed on the Grimmsnarl. It's so that it can hopefully creep what the Lapras's max speed should be, because 96 is what is needed to outspeed Tornadus if they've set up a Tailwind with the Braviary. And also this outspeeds Braviary slash Regidrago after a +1 speed boost from the max Airstream. So going pretty speedy here with the Grimmsnarl. Hopefully that will come into play so that I can get the Spirit Breaks into the Regidrago before it attacks, before it goes for those Dragon Energies and all that stuff. I can Assurance the Braviary as it's trying to set Tailwind, so that could be really nice with the Grimmsnarl. Gengar is very basic. It's just Focus Sash. It doesn't need Sludge Bomb this week. I don't really care about Alchemy. So yeah, I've just got Shadow Ball. Thunderbolt is coverage for the Braviary, and that's pretty much it. Will-O-Wisp, it can outspeed the Cobalion by 1, and Will-O-Wisp it, and Taunt is just there, because Shadow Ball probably won't be enough to be able to KO the Dustclops, so just that extra insurance as well, and the Reuniqueless, in case it's carrying something like a Cassie Berry, then the Taunt will be able to stop that. So very basic with the Gengar, probably not bringing it. I'm expecting to bring the Grimmsnarl, Rotom, Tornadus, and Volcarona to the match, but we will see how that goes. Rotom, it doesn't need Hydro Pump this week at all. There is just 1 electric resistance, that is the Regidrago, and Hydro Pump doesn't help with that. Rotom doesn't learn Disarming Voice anymore. That would have been nice if it just had that tiny bit of Fairy coverage to be able to hit the Regidrago, but I can't deal with the Regidrago. I'm not going to run anything like Dark Pulse or anything on the Rotom, just as coverage, because I would want super effective coverage to be able to hit it, so I'm just going with Mono Thunderbolt here. Don't have to risk the accuracy of Hydro Pump, can fit on Protect and Helping Hand as well as Nasty Plot. All 3 of those moves are going to be really nice. It's a little bit too slow to make use of the Will-O-Wisp because I'd want to Will-O-Wisp something like the Cobalion, but then that's already done its thing by the time I've Will-O-Wisped it. I could be Eerie Impulsing the Lapras, but I'd probably prefer to just go for a Max Lightning at -2, and that's what the special attack investment is for, so that I can KO a Max Lapras on turn 1 without any kind of Veil with a Max Lightning thanks to the Magnets, and then I'm outspeeding something after an Airstream. I think it's the Sneasel after an Airstream, so that could be nice. So Tornadus is going to be the main, most likely max candidate for this team because there is no Airstream resist this week. Last week there was an Arctozolt that was a Airstream resist. This time there is no Flying resist, so Tornadus is going to be the main thing. I fully expect to lead with Grimmsnarl Tornadus in most games, and I could very reasonably just go for Fake Tears and Max Airstream. Turn 1, both, I'd say both games, Magos 3, all games I should say. And it's very basic EV spreads, it outspeeds the Sneasel, max special attack, and then conveniently ended up as the life orb HP numbers, so very basic there. Focus Blast is so that it's extra coverage to be able to just bop the Sneasel in case it's EVO light, and if it's Focus Sash, it won't be able to get it, but EVO Light would be nice. It's extra damage against the Lapras. It could boost up my Grimmsnarl's Assurances. If I go for a Knuckle into an Assurance, that will do a lot of damage as well. So that could be very nice as well. And Tailwind and Taunt basic, going to be able to get the speed boost going. Taunt is there in case they lead with something like Sneasel and Dusclops. Then I can just get faked out on the Grimmsnarl and taunt the Dusclops, so that would be nice. And Volcarona is going to be Choice Scarf because I need something extra against the Cavalion this week because it's actually a big issue, so I'm going to just outspeed it and hopefully get some huge damage with the overheat. So 80% I think it is to Assault Vest. If it's not Assault Vest, it will do some huge damage, but Assault Vest should be able to take it on. The idea is that Grimmsnarl Tornadus, if it's led, then they have to go for an Airstream to match my Airstreams, and if they do, they're not doing much damage, and if they go for a beat up and not an Airstream, then they'll KO one of my Pokemon, but I can bring in Scarf Volcarona next turn and still outspeed and Heatwave KO them, so that should be okay. And I've got Struggle Bug mainly for the Lapras and Rage Powder, just as a redirection thing, which could be nice as well. So yeah, that's going to be it for this week, and we will see how we get on.